Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. So today in this video, I'll be telling you something regarding the triangles in our neck, mainly the anatomy of triangles in our neck. I know many of you might have heard about love triangle and many of you might have been a part of it as well. Anyways, today we'll be focusing on the posterior triangle mostly. So in this video mainly I'll be telling you two things. First of all, I'll be telling you about all the boundaries of all the triangles in our neck, and second thing is that I'll be telling you in detail about the posterior triangle. Over here you can see lateral view of the neck. In this picture I'll show you boundaries of all the triangles in our neck. This is the trapezius muscle. This is the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Here it is acromion. This is clavicle and this is sternum. So trapezius and sternocleidomastoid along with the clavicle form the posterior triangle of the neck. Now there are 4 anterior triangles and 2 posterior triangles. So I'll tell you about all the 4 anterior triangles, like boundaries of all the 4 anterior triangles. Here is the hyoid bone. From the hyoid bone goes the anterior belly of digastric upwards in the neck. In the same way, posterior belly of digastric goes backwards. Therefore, the 2 belly of digastric muscles along with the lower border of mandible forms the digastric triangle. Now, the posterior belly of the digastric along with the superior belly of the omohyoid forms the carotid triangle. Here, hyoid bone along with the midline of the neck and anterior belly of the digastric forms half submental triangle. I said half submental triangle over here because other half will be on the other side of the neck. Now, lower down, the hyoid bone along with the superior belly of omohyoid, sternocleidomastoid and midline of the neck forms the muscular triangle of the neck. So these are the 4 anterior triangles of our neck. Now, the superior belly of omohyoid extends backwards, forming the inferior belly of omohyoid and dividing the posterior triangle in 2 parts. The upper part of the posterior triangle is known as the occipital triangle and the lower part of the posterior triangle is known as supraclavicular or subclavian triangle. So over here I discussed all the 6 triangles in our neck. Now we'll see about posterior triangle in detail. First of all, we'll discuss about the boundaries of posterior triangle. The anterior boundary is formed by the posterior border of sternocleidomastoid muscle. The posterior boundary is formed by the anterior border of trapezius muscle. The base is formed by the medial 1/3 of the clavicle, and the apex is formed by the knuckle line formed by joining of trapezius and sternocleidomastoid muscle. In the floor of the posterior triangle, we can see the following muscles, which are semispinalis capitis, splenius capitis, levator scapulae muscle, scalenus medius muscle, and over here scalenus anterior muscle. There is a space between scalenus medius and scalenus anterior, which is known as scalene hiatus. Over here is the inferior belly of omohyoid, which divides the posterior triangle into 2 halves. This is one and the other one is this. The upper half is known as occipital triangle and the lower half is known as supraclavicular triangle or subclavian triangle. Now let's see the contents which are there in the posterior triangle. First of all, we'll discuss about the contents passing through the scalene hiatus. Over here you can see there is an artery which is known as subclavian artery. Over that artery are the trunks of the brachial plexus passing over here. Then there is a subclavian vein which gets a branch from the external jugular vein. There are also some lymph nodes associated with this trunks of the brachial plexus. Now in the apex, you can see over here, this is occipital artery which is passing through the apex of the triangle. It is having associated lymph nodes along with it. Now in the levator scapulae region, there is a nerve known as spinal accessory nerve which passes through here, having spinal lymph nodes associated with it. Also there is origin of 4 superficial branches of cervical plexus. These are lesser occipital nerve, greater auricular nerve, transverse cervical nerve, and the last one is supraclavicular nerve. There is also presence of dorsal scapular nerve arising from C5. Apart from all these structures, we can also see transverse cervical artery and vein passing through the posterior triangle. The transverse cervical artery passes below the inferior belly of omohyoid, and the transverse cervical vein passes above the inferior belly of omohyoid. So this is all about the posterior triangle of our neck. Thank you. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much.